Hey everyone, today we're gonna learn as a day two. We're gonna look forward with profile, what exactly profiles are in Salesforce, what are permission sets in Salesforce, and so these are the core things which usually manage the permissions. We will also look forward with role and license. So these things you have already seen yesterday while creating user. Okay, while creating user, you guys have already seen this. So this is something which we will elaborate more today. Okay, so now when it comes to profile, okay, so in Salesforce, these are the core aspects of permissions. Okay, so every permission, or you can say each and every permission is being managed from profile. Okay, so this is the, you can say, powerhouse of Salesforce, basically, from where we will be managing the powers for the Salesforce. Okay, and it includes the permissions for objects, fields, you can say, record types, even app permission. Okay, system permission, which will be further, based on the Salesforce system. So you will be seeing a lot of things. So all those kind of permission will be managed by profiles. When it comes to interviews, when they will ask you what's the difference between profile and permission, because that's the main question which they will be having. And when it comes to your definition, you will just say that profile is a set of permissions. Okay. Let me, for interview, the definition is going to be the profile is set of permissions, basically, okay, which includes object, fields, application. Okay, then you can say system permissions. Okay, then you have apex permissions. You have other, login permissions, password permissions. All these are managed from profile level. Okay, so this you can just say in the interview for interview purpose. Now comes the permission side. We will do a practical as well, but let's have bit theory, because in interview they will not ask you to show profile. They will just ask you, tell me what is profile, what is permission set. Okay, so that's the reason you guys should know the basic theory. Then eventually you should know how to navigate on profile, how to see the profile. Somebody asks you to change permission, how can you change the permission? So that we will have a practical use case for it. Now comes the permission set. The definition, to make the things easy, the definition which I have wrote above, you can just copy paste the same. Okay, it's going to be same. These are the core aspect of permissions. Okay, yes, these are core aspect, which is correct. Each and every permission is being managed, can be managed. Okay, each and every permission can be, because primary will be profile, secondary will be permission set. Profile is mandatory, permission set is not mandatory. Remember this. Okay, that I'll just keep a note of difference. Okay, I'll just give you guys difference. What's the difference basically between both? But when it comes to here, each and every provision can be managed from permission set. And this remains the same. It includes all these permission are again included in the permission set also. So because this is confusing, right? When both are same, profile and permission have both the things are same, then why we have permission sets? Okay, that's a major question. That's the reason interview will ask this question most of the time when you will be giving admin level interviews. And this is the primary question which they will come up with. Difference between profile and permission set. Okay. So now, when it comes to profile, as I said, this is the core aspect. Okay. Which means a user cannot exist without profile. It can exist without permission set. Okay. So profile is mandatory for the user, but permission set is not. That's the first thing. Second thing is one profile can be assigned to one user. Okay. I repeat, one profile can be assigned to one user. 1 second, guys. So as I said, one profile can be assigned to one user at a time. Okay, so one user cannot have multiple profile, as simple as that. But one user can have multiple permission set. Okay, so that's the another difference. The main difference is when permission set comes into the picture. Because when you already have a profile, why do you really need permission set, right? That would be a common question which will come to your mind. So let me take an example. Okay. So when it comes to permission set, it is a ad hoc permission. Okay. Not everybody should have access to everything, right? Let's suppose Lava, Pradeep are in one team. They both are working since 5 years. Now Lava got promotion and Pradeep is still on the same position because he don't want to take promotion right now. Okay. But since Lava has got the promotion, but he's part of still same team, marketing team. So profile was still marketing. It's just that he got little extra, advantage with it when he got permission, when he got promotion. So now in that case, the extra advantage can be given by permission set. Okay. The profile is still the same. It's just that the extra permissions has been given from the permission set. Got it, guys? That's the major use. And whenever an interviewer will ask, you guys have to give the example in this way. Okay. That there would be 10 people working in same team and one of them needs an extra permission. And at that point of time, we will be creating a permission set with an extra permission. And then we will assign that permission set to a user who is going to get promoted. So that's the main aspect of the difference and the basically the use case for the permission set. Any question, guys, so far? So I take it as no for now. So this is the basic difference, and now we will see as a practical example for the permission set and the profile. So last time, as I told you guys, when it comes to the home, you will be learning most of the stuffs. So you search it as a profile, you click on it. To see the existing profile, you guys have to go to home, search for profile. You come here, you see these are the existing profiles given by Salesforce. And now, as I told you guys, which is a super profile where all the permissions are there, it's the system admin. Okay. And if you click on the system admin profile, here you guys will be able to see, okay, name of the profile, then the license, because this is main actually. In Salesforce, remember, just focus for 5 more minutes. I'll tell you guys a, good thing about Salesforce. Since Salesforce has given you free org, okay, so there is a limitation in this org. Else everybody will be start using free orgs, right? Nobody will go and buy the org because you guys already have a free org, right? You can build application here. Sai can use it as a client. That's it. Why do Sai has to buy an org? That's a good question, right? When Salesforce is giving. So the major reason is, when it comes to the free org, there are limitations. You can do limited stuffs. The storage will be very limited. The licenses which you see here, user license, is limited. Only 2 licenses are there. It means you can create only 2 user in this org with a license as Salesforce. Super user can be 2 in this org, but when it comes to uh, paid org, there can be 15 or more than it. Okay, so that's what the use cases where user has to buy org. Okay, because of storing more data here in Salesforce, because of licenses, because of limitations. Okay, object limitation, we will see it later. Okay, so that's the reason. So that's the power of license here. Okay, now since it is given by Salesforce, it's not custom profile. Remember, whenever you will be creating a profile, it would be this checkbox will be checked. So with this, you can recognize, is the profile created by your colleague or it is given by Salesforce. As simple as that. Okay. Now, if you come down, you will see another section called page layout. Okay. There is something called object in Salesforce that we will be going through, and every object will have a page. So that page can be managed from the profile. That's the reason you have page layout here, and this is called object. So for this object, you can assign the layout. Okay, so that's the use of page layout here. We will see everything and we will come back again on profile. Okay, so today we're gonna just see these permissions here. Okay, and if I come down, if you see, next comes field level security. So I told you guys the field permissions are managed from profile. So this is what it is. So for account object, you can see the permissions by clicking here. Okay, and you can change the permissions by clicking edit. You can give read access and edit access as needed. So you can manage field permissions from the profile. That's how. Next, after field permissions, you go ahead and look for application. So the apps which you will be creating in Salesforce, those permissions, you can show or hide those apps, as simple as that. From here, you can uncheck the box. That's it. And to uncheck the box, you have to edit this profile. Okay, on the top there is an edit button. This, with this, if you will click it, you should be able to uncheck those boxes. If you see here, these are the applications. If you uncheck this box, you won't be able to see the application. So that's the main use of profile. Okay, it handles the application visibility also. So you guys have to just learn the basic that which I have already noted in the definitions. Okay, and that's it for now. And you go ahead and you can also see tab permissions. Okay, so the tab which you see, I'll show you guys how you create tab. And for now, just remember tab permissions are also managed from profile. Okay, record type settings. These also we will look forward in coming sessions. Okay, and you guys will also see the object setting if you guys go down. Okay, these are administrative permissions. Like if you are able to see home, this is because you have a permission on this. Okay, from here you have a permission given to see home, object manager, and everything. Okay, so this is all about profile, guys. Similarly, now when you want to go for permission set, in place of profile, you will be searching permission set. Okay, so let me go ahead and look forward with next thing, permission set. Okay, so these permission sets are mostly created by you. Okay, right now whatever you see here is standard given by Salesforce, but you don't know what all permissions are there. Okay, so you always go ahead and create a permission set for you. Okay, give it as a name. You can say account permission. Let's suppose there's a object account, you want to give permission from permission set, use it. Okay, account permissions. Now when it comes to license, it's optional. You want to give it to a specific license. Okay, let's suppose whoever the profile or the user who will be holding any of these particular license will only be able to access this permission set. You can manage from here, but for now I'm not restricting this permission set for license. Okay, so I'll go ahead and click save and see. You got the account permission set created. Now from here you can provide permissions basically. So for object, I'll click on object and I can provide object permissions from here. Let's suppose for account right now it's no access. So I can go ahead and open account and click on edit, and I can give the permissions like read, edit, create, all these permissions I'll give for this permission set, and I will just save it. So this is how you guys can give permission inside a permission set. So far you guys already know how can you assign a profile to a user. Pradeep, can you answer it? How can you assign a profile to user? Do you remember yesterday? How did we assign profile to a user?
By cloning.
Okay. Devakar, did you wanna try? How can you assign profile to a user? Okay, let me remind you guys. So yesterday when you guys were creating a user, okay, you guys got a option to assign a profile also. It was a mandatory field. So what you guys did is you selected license, and based on license, the profile was flipped, and then you selected a profile and saved it. So that's where you assign a profile to a new user. Now, when it comes to the existing user, you guys have to search the user. Okay. When I say search the user, you search it here. Okay. You search it here. Then you, let's suppose this is the user. You go ahead, click on it. Okay. You click edit. And from here, you can change profile. Okay. So since, Devakar is supposed to be an admin. If he won't be admin, obviously he cannot manage anything, right? That's the reason you cannot change the profile for Devakar. But yesterday we created a user for Pradeep, the second user for Pradeep. There you can change the profile because at least one user should be, admin. So from here you can change the profile basically. Now comes the permission set which you guys created. So from here, there is an option permission set assignment. From here you can assign the permission set to this user. You have to click on edit. Okay. And then you can assign the permission set from left to right. Any permission set which you guys will be, creating, you can easily select it, click on add, save it. So whichever permission set eligible for this user will be available and you can assign that permission set. So that's how you can assign permission set to user. Okay. And profile assignment is through here. Permission set assignment is through here. So that's about the profile and permission set. Now comes the license. So as I told you guys yesterday, that whenever you go RTO office, there they will issue a license for you, and that will tell which vehicle you can drive. Okay. So in Salesforce also, license help you to specify okay which level of permissions can be given to you. Okay. And once license is assigned, based on license, you can have profiles because this is what the level of permissions here, which is being managed. When it comes to the role, as I told you guys last time, a role help you to decide the hierarchy for your company. So which role you are at will be managed here, and the use of it. Okay, guys, just 2 more minutes, focus. So role will help you to decide what is a visibility. Okay, what level of visibility can you have? You can have profile decide permissions, role decide visibility. Okay, I repeat, let me note it down, because this is something very minor difference which you guys should be aware of between role, okay, and profile. Okay, role. It decide what a user can see based on hierarchy. Okay, and it decide what all permissions can user have. Okay, user can see. Okay, so that's how it is. And license level of permissions. Okay, so you guys can keep just few key points about them. And yeah, so that's the major important part for today, which we supposed to cover. For tomorrow, we'll make sure that because home we have explored the basics, we will be moving to object manager tomorrow. We will learn about creating custom objects and the fields for that. So tomorrow we will just majorly focus on object creation, tab creation, and the field creation. So tomorrow's discussion will be around that. Okay. So just see, today just try to navigate on all of this. Okay. When I say all of this, try to go ahead and check how you create permission sets, how you assign them, what are various options, okay, to assign a permission set. Today I've shown you guys from the user level. You can even assign the permission to user from the permission set level also. So you guys go ahead and open it. Okay. And if you, let's suppose, open any permissions there, you also have an option to manage assignment from here. Okay. So you can even assign the permission set from here as well. So you can go for add assignment and select a user, and then you can easily assign that permission set to that user. Okay, so that's how you will be managing it. When it comes to permission set group, it's nothing but set of multiple permission set. Okay, as the name says group, right? So it means 2 or 3 permission set you can put it into one group and assign to user. So that's how sometimes things work. There are 10 permission set and you are not going to assign one, right? It's better you put them in one group and assign it to the user. That's the use of permission set group, guys. Okay. Any question? Let's give next 5 minutes to you guys if you guys have any questions.